NICOLAS JÄHRING needs to leave earlier now that Denmark has reinstated border controls. Every day he drives 10 kilometers to the Danish border. JÄHRING's commute to his workplace in Denmark now takes longer.
Wir sind eine spezielle Grenzregion, wo
This is a special border region. The city of Flensborg is comprised of some 30% Danish residents. We've always worked well together, and suddenly we've got border checks. They're hard for people living and working in this area and should be abolished again quickly.
Again, JÄHRING's car is checked on his way to work.
Come on.
The border official doesn't want to be filmed. After a quick check, JÄHRING is free to go. But for many others, this is the end of the road. A bus is checked. This Afghan family of 8 wanted to travel through Denmark to Sweden, but the Danish police won't let them continue their journey. Now they must decide. Either they return to Germany or apply for asylum in Denmark. But the odds of being granted asylum here are slim. Denmark has some of the strictest immigration policies in all of Europe. And now passport checks have been introduced to stem the flow. The Danish town of Sonderborg lies just a few kilometers from the German border. 700 Syrian refugees live here in a former army barracks. Ahmed Katap applied for asylum 6 months ago. He and his fellow refugees know it's a long process.
I don't think about my future if they are put like many euros every 2 months, 3 months in euros. How I can think about my future? But I cannot imagine my future, how it will be.
Even if Ahmed is granted asylum, he will have to wait 3 years until his family can join him. Danish right-wing populists have pushed through border checks and less money for refugees.
We know that there are 300,000 refugees on the German border who haven't applied for asylum. They want to go to Sweden. They'll need to cross Denmark and they may want to stay here, so we control our borders. We can't take everyone in.
Sonderborg's mayor disagrees. He says his town has benefited culturally and economically from the open border. The Social Democrat sees border controls as a threat to his country.
Denmark
will become poorer. We're a small country. We need to cooperate. We can't shut ourselves in and protect our prosperity.
Many see a connection between the fate of the refugees and the future of Europe, which is why NICOLAS JÄHRING supports refugees in Flensborg. The Afghan who tried crossing into Denmark this morning is here as well. He says his entire family is in Sweden. He's sad that he's not able to join them.
Europe has to work together. But we're not doing that right now. Border controls mean Europe has failed. These are people who aren't allowed to join their families because they lack the necessary papers.
A disagreement between neighboring states in Europe. As Denmark seals its borders, Germany upholds the Schengen Agreement. NICOLAS JÄHRING supports this. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense for him to commute to work in Denmark.